Hi, I'm Ron Reno, weekend warrior guy who's been doing weekend shifts on Rock 107 for more than 20 years. We've been doing our Rock 107 birthday bashes for many years, and I've been around for the last 20, and I've gotten a t-shirt every year. I thought I would share some of the ideas behind the designs and spread a few tidbits about the behind the scenes of the Rock 107 birthday bash. Since you don't really see me on the radio, there's no sense in seeing me in this video either. I got my first bash shirt at number 17. The house was rocked by Blue Oyster Cult. T-shirts were handed out to the staff, and the workers felt like a real good team effort was going on. The front was basic. Our heritage logo slid in front of a 17. No cowbell on the shirt design, but who knew how important cowbell was going to be back in 1997? In 98, we pulled out multi-hit rock and rollers Foghat to headline our party. The horizontal chest design logo was cool, but the key here was we added a screen printing to the back of the shirt for an extra punch. And we added many of our NEPA towns that have supported us since we began our broadcasting. In 1999, we did not hire Prince. He probably would have cost like $500,000 to perform. But anyway, we got the SOB rock band Nazareth. Now things were getting fancy schmancy. We upped the shirt color to red, and we slid the heritage logo to the back of the shirt. Rock 107 Birthday Bash number 20 was musically interesting. The only thing I remember about Todd Rundgren's performance was the lack of playing songs that we knew from the radio because he had his own plan. But whatever, he showed up, he got paid. The t-shirts returned to white. The designers placed a montage picture that allowed you to pick out Pete Townsend of The Who or Bruce Springsteen or Jerry Garcia. We went back to our favorite towns in NEPA. We made sure that it said rock107.com. Bash number 21 saw the return of Blue Oyster Cult. They performed 4 years earlier, and I'm guessing they had a good time because they came back. The t-shirts that year were back to our main logo with the addition of Non-Stop Rock. There was no additional attention to the back. In 2002, we went east and grabbed Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jews. Anyone who's a Springsteen, Jersey Shore person knows Southside Johnny. They spread their East Coast vibe with tracks like The Fever and I Don't Want to Go Home. Similar to the previous year, shirt number 22 boldly let us know how many years Rock 107 had been going non-stop. We worked for The Weeknd in 2003 when Mike Reno, no relation to me, led the lead vocals for Loverboy. The designs got a little more creative. Text number 23 on the front, plus the addition of a red, white, and blue accent. We also got brave and committed to the date of April 17th, and because we added that, we also showed a tip of the hat to our now comfortable party planners, the Woodlands from Plains Township. In 2004, we must have had a good budget year because we formulated a new t-shirt look. We went black. And again, we committed to the date of April 8th in a unique vertical design. You couldn't forget what bash it was pretty big on the back, and we gave note to one of our free and tasty evening giveaways, our cake. The Smithereens were super nice to meet, and we made a few new fans for our Rock 107 audience. 25 years means silver, and our t-shirts reflected that status. The black shirts were a wonderful contrast to the silver accents on the front, and we added a direct reference to our artist of the evening, the Edgar Winter Group. The Fix was hired to take our main stage in 2006. One thing leads to another was the huge radio hit, plus they had plenty of airplay on tracks like Red Skies at Night, so we went back to red t-shirts, which was appropriate. Then we added a tricky little parody line on the back. The red shirts at night could have been confused by Red Shirt Saturday Night. Well, read it any way you want. The Fix worked out fine, so let's move on. Mental health rockers Quiet Riot shook the Woodlands in 2007 when they struck up the number Come On, Feel the Noise. I'm pretty sure you can hear the crowd 12 miles away in downtown Scranton. The t-shirts went back to white with an artistically small logo on the front, but the back made up for it, proclaiming 27 years of being the home of rock and roll. Wow, we hit a new high for audience attendance in 2008 when the Money Man agreed to play Birthday Bash number 28. I remember having to help pack up our Rock 107 giveaway table because security said we need more standing room for the crowd overflow. He didn't disappoint, and neither did the shirt. A huge 28 on the front and a specifically created look with Eddie Money in mind for the back, plus we even snuck in a t-shirt sponsor on the sleeve. It was going to be a challenge to step up from Eddie, but our Rock 107 shirt was going to try. We went back to the slick look of black, and we put energy into the back. The band Sweet blitzed into the ballroom, and there was a clever inclusion of their name placed into the letter H. The ballroom blitz phrase was actually a raised ink print that you could feel if you ran your finger over it. Many of our and your favorite classic rock bands were incorporated into the front of the 30th anniversary logo for 2010. 30 years is a long time, and that's a lot of memories. Maybe we sprouted our new gray hair that year, but hey, 30 is big. Thank you for that year to the Romantics, who were enticing the audience with What I Like About You and more from their musical catalog. The 31st shirt was a different thought process. It was time to use almost the entire front, including a large mountain signifying the band that brought us the rock tune Mississippi Queen. The back had a cute neck logo with the date, but a clever thought placed information on the lowest part of the back. Bash number 32 only made sense to go back to white since the band was Great White. As the front said, it was a great night for Great White. Once bitten by their rockin' performance, one had to accept the giant shark jaw prepared to chomp on the Rock 107 logo. And there is no mention of 32. Bash number 33 brought out one of the great queens of rock, Lita Ford. She was getting a lot of press with a new movie about her former girl band, The Runaways, and she was setting up a tour, and we got lucky enough for her to do our headliner in 2013. The shirts were switched back to classic black, and we used Lita's famous line, "Switch to Thursday," to accent the front. 3 candles into the cake sported the idea that we had reached 33 years of great classic rock. She told us she loved rock and roll, and we believed her. Another rock queen graced us with an electrifying performance for Bash number 34. There were clearly some strings pulled together, so if you were there that night, consider yourself very lucky. The front of our number 34 shirt told us to keep calm, and the back had a sparkling and eye-catching logo that was as classy as Joan Jett herself. When the voice of Foreigner agreed to play Birthday Bash number 35, we felt like we obtained one of the most noted guys in classic rock and roll. Lou Gramm fought through some personal issues, but we were excited to have him for Birthday Bash number 35. He was regenerated and there was lots of magic, and he didn't disappoint. The crowd sang along so many songs they knew. The t-shirts slid back with a circular architecture, the back reminding us that nothing feels better than the first time. In 2016, a lucky score, Eddie Money was touring around our bash time. Could we get him for another night? Oh, yes. Rock 107 Birthday Bash with Eddie Money again, clogging the ballroom floor, but it made it more fun. For the first time ever, yellow was the predominant print color, signifying admission tickets. Even our logo cooperated with the yellow theme on the back of the shirt. Now it's 2017. We already named Foghat as our returning headliner. We haven't seen them in 19 years. The audience is going to be making a slow ride with us, and I guess I'm going to be adding another Birthday Bash shirt to my collection. Thanks for watching.